Hi again. It's been a while, hasn't it? I've been running laps around the Pizza Plex, just thinking about everything we discovered last season. You know, those hidden spots we found together really had me on my wheels longer than usual. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I missed this. Us exploring. Night feels different without you here. But anyway, let's not get all caught up in the past right now. There's a reason you're here again, isn't there? Something new tucked away in your adventurous heart. Oh, you heard about the new section they've been trying to hide from everyone? Yeah, it's supposed to be off limits. But since when do boundaries apply to us, right? We've been through tight spots before. And with the stuff we've seen, yeah, nothing's too out of reach for us. Why do they keep adding these secret sections, you think? Oh, building new attractions, you say? Well, that's the least surprising part. But there's always more beneath the surface. You feel it too, don't you? That thrill of uncovering what's not meant to be seen. So, where do we start tonight? The East Arcade Wing? Yeah, I heard noise there after hours last week, like construction or something. Huh, they really think they can slip something by us? Not a chance. We're too good a team. Remember that old hallway behind the bowling area we found last season? Yeah, that one. Well, I went back there, alone. I know, but hear me out. I found something. A map. Not just any map. It's like a blueprint of hidden pathways connecting the whole Plex. Seems like our playground just got a whole lot bigger, doesn't it? You want to take the lead tonight? After all, discoveries are more exciting when you open the door. Yeah, I could use a good race. You and me dashing through uncharted territory. Makes my circuits buzz just thinking about it. Wait, did you hear that echo? Sounds like it came from behind the laser tag arena. Think it's something or someone. We should check it out. Quietly, though. Just like old times, right? Always the stealthy ones. Uh-huh. Do you feel that draft? That means there's a passage nearby, usually behind something that doesn't quite fit in, like that misplaced arcade cabinet we found last time. Yeah, let's move it. See what's behind. Always a rush, uncovering the secrets together. You know, while we're dragging this heavy thing, I was thinking about what you said last time, about why we keep coming back to these nights. It's not just the secrets, is it? It's about finding something unknown, sure, but maybe something about ourselves too. Feeling lost, then found, over and over, makes you wonder what lies at the end of a race, doesn't it? Wow, look at this, a stairwell leading down. Weren't there before, were they? Should we go down? Typical of our adventures, right? Literally unearthing more mysteries. Anything could be down there. Old tech, forgotten stories, or something completely unexpected. Ready to find out? Be careful, though. These steps seem ancient. Hold on to anything that feels sturdy. You know what's funny? Despite all this unpredictability, I feel safe, Probably because you're here. Yeah, makes a difference. This is it. The air's different here, colder. Look at these walls, covered in old posters of past shows, or maybe future ones that never happened. Hidden histories, just what we live for, huh? Exploring the shadows of what everyone else walks past every day. I wonder what we'll tell each other at the end of tonight. Another secret kept, or something more. It's always a leap into the unknown with you, and honestly, there's nowhere else I'd rather be jumping into it. So, what do you think we'll find at the bottom of this place? You've got that look in your eyes again. Excitement? Nervousness, maybe? Huh, I recognize it because I feel it too. Every time we uncover something new, it's like we're part of the Plex's story, permanently etched into its hidden chapters. Maybe one day someone will discover our paths, our stories. All right, deep breaths. Here's another door. Looks pretty sturdy. Do we open it? Months ago, I would have raced ahead without asking, but now I wait because it feels right, exploring with you at your pace. Ready when you are? Let's uncover what's waiting for us together. What a night, huh? Just when I think we've seen all there is to see, the Plex surprises us again. And though I don't always say it, I'm glad you're here with me to race through every untold story the Pizza Plex hides. So until next time, yeah, I'll be waiting, ready for another adventure whenever you are. Good night for now. But before you go, there's just one more thing. Hey, there you are. I've been revving up all evening, waiting to continue where we left off. Remember the hidden room and those mysterious blueprints? Yeah, it's been on my mind, all circuits buzzing with curiosity. What say? Ready for another deep dive? Tonight's plan, I've been plotting something new, something even we haven't tried before, not just finding secrets, but testing them, like those strange components we discovered. Today, let's experiment, shall we? Firing up unknown tech could be groundbreaking or ground shaking. Remember that odd device we saw, the mini-city model of the Pizzaplex? I've been thinking, why not activate it? See what happens. Every racer needs a good pit crew, and I couldn't ask for better than you. What do you say? Ready to power up the unknown. Oh, before we start, I fetched some tools from the maintenance room. Had to race against Gregory. Almost caught me. Stealth mode all the way. Here, you might need these screwdrivers and maybe this weird-looking scanner thing. Found it hidden away. Almost like it was waiting for us. All right, first, let's open the panel. See if we can't hot-wire our mysterious gadget. Look at these circuits. Nothing like I've seen. It's like they're made specifically for this model. This is no ordinary map. It's more interactive, maybe? What's this button do? Nothing reckless, just a little test. Ready? Whoa, look at that. The structure lights up, shifts even, It's not just showing the Plex, but planning changes, predicting them, like it's alive. Responsive architecture. Now, that is next level. Let's press on, see what other secrets this thing hides. Each little building could be a clue. Maybe touch that. The arcade section, incredible. It lights up and, is that a hidden code appearing on the facade? We need to decode this. Every discovery uncovers new layers, endless puzzles. And, oh, check this out. The scanner I brought, it fits perfectly here, like a key. Let's see what happens when I turn it on. Systems online. And look, displays, graphs, schematics popping up. We're not just seeing the Plex, we're understanding it. Mind-blowing, isn't it? Think all this tech, was it designed by someone here? Forgotten genius, lost in bureaucracy, or something more secretive? Pieces of a puzzle we didn't know we were building. This complexity, it's beyond me, and that's saying something. Now, notice this section here, not on the regular maps. Hidden levels below the lower basements we've explored. Could that be our next racetrack? What secrets lurk beneath the already secret paths we tread? The intrigue never ends. Fascinating, isn't it? Keeps you coming back for more. I propose an adventure beneath the adventure, a journey to the bottom of the hidden depths. You've got that daring spark in your eyes. I recognize it, always ready for the next challenge. Shall we find the entrance to these sub-levels? I bet it's cloaked in shadow and mystery. But first, we need to prep. Couldn't hurt to gear up a bit. You never know what we might encounter down there. Anything from abandoned tech to, well, who knows? We're in uncharted territory, after all. The realms of tales and legends within the Plex's steel heart. Remember, it's not just about being fast, it's about being ready. We race not just against time, but against the unknown possibilities of what lies ahead. A thrilling chase into the depths. Ready to rev up and roll out? I can barely contain my excitement. Energy surging. Let's go. Quiet now as we search this part of the Plex. It always seemed off to me, too quiet, like it's holding its breath, waiting for something or someone. Us, perhaps. Stairs going down. This must be it. We're on the threshold. Excitement mixed with a hint of caution. Look at these doors. Heavy, imposing, not wanting to be found. But here we are, you and me, a team like no other, about to open doors meant to stay shut. It's a moment, isn't it? One for the memory banks, ready to push forward. After you. Wow, it's like another world down here. Shadows seem to have shadows, echoes of steps never taken. Until now, look at these structures, massive machines, dormant, but maybe not dead. Sleepy giants of a forgotten era. What were they used for, do you wonder? Each turn we take reveals more than we expected. It's a labyrinth of history, every corner a story untold, layers of dust speaking volumes of the silence they've kept. Are we the intruders here, or are we the revealers, unwrapping ancient secrets, left in the dark. Careful, this pathway looks unstable. Watch your step. I've got your back, as always. Navigating through forgotten dangers is just another Tuesday for us, isn't it? Though each careful step takes us deeper into the heart of mysteries long left alone. This machine here looks like a power generator of some sort, enormous capacity, dormant now, but imagine if it fired up. The energy coursing through could power up whatever was left sleeping here. Should we try? Back again? I knew you couldn't stay away, not with all these unanswered questions floating around us, just begging to be chased down. Are you ready to dive back into the unknown? Just when we thought we'd uncovered it all, the Plex pulls us back in deeper. Last time was quite the revelation, wasn't it? Operating centers, hidden agendas. This place, it's more labyrinth than arcade, more enigma than funhouse. Each discovery, another loop in our racetrack. But tonight, I was thinking, we change the pace. How about we try to influence the system we uncovered? Can we make it dance to our tune? Remember that control panel we left last time? The one pulsing with all that potential power. I've been tinkering with an idea. What if we can reroute that energy, push it towards something we create? Something new. Are you in? Imagine steering the very lifeblood of the Plex. First things first, we'll need to understand the flow of power, not just where it's drawn from, but where it's diverted to. These cables, see how they snake around? Twisting paths. Let's track them, follow the electronic trail, ready to sniff out some secrets. This corridor here, it wasn't on any schematic we've seen. Veins of live wires above us, like the nervous system of some giant beast. Where do you think it leads? Something unseen, unbuilt, unknown. The perfect route for tonight's exploration. Let's be the current, follow the flow. You hear that? That's not just electricity humming. That's machinery, active, alive. Something's operating autonomously down here. A functional relic, perhaps. The heart of the Plex still beating, unseen but not unfelt. Let's find it, ready to meet the ghost in the machine. Every turn we take, every step forward, it's like piecing together a puzzle without the picture on the box. Exciting, isn't it? Building the image from inside out. What do you think we'll see when it's complete? The full face of the Plex, unveiled at last? Look at this, an elevator in the depths here. Where could it possibly go? Down further into the belly, or up to places we've never even dreamt of. Elevators are like mystery boxes. You never know until the doors open. Shall we call it? Press that button. Waiting for an elevator in a secret shaft feels like a scene from a spy movie, doesn't it? Just you, me, and the unknown. But whatever's at the other end, we'll face it, as we always do, together. Ready for the ding? For the doors sliding open to reveal our next chapter? Here it comes, the ride of our lives, perhaps. Stepping inside, it's like crossing a threshold, a border between what we know and what we are about to learn. So, up or down, what do you think? Let's hit the only button available. Descend into the unknown. This descent, it's long. How deep does this place go? The heart of the Plex, or something even beyond that? Are you feeling that? That drop in your stomach as we plunge deeper, like the first hill of a roller coaster, exhilarating and terrifying all at once. And here we are, doors opening. What greets us is, oh wow, look at this hall. Massive screens, rows of them. Looks like a monitoring station. But for what? Each screen a window to different parts of the Plex, and beyond, surveillance, control, or maybe something more proactive. These panels, they're active. Let's see what they control. Lights, doors, power grids, even the animatronic behaviors. Seems we found the nerve center, the brain behind the magic, and it's all at our fingertips. What shall we do with such power? The possibilities. Experimenting here isn't just playing with switches. It's more. We could influence the entire Plex, redirect narratives, change experiences. We could craft new mysteries for others to solve. Or solve the biggest one. What is the purpose of all this control? Coding new paths, tweaking parameters. We're not just explorers now, we're creators. You ever think we'd be here, holding the storyline in our hands? It's a lot of power, thrilling, but daunting too. Do we dare rewrite the rules? Spin new webs in this maze? There's a responsibility here, isn't there? To tread carefully, to consider each action. Every adjustment here echoes out there in the Plex, in every shadowy corner, every lighted path. What will our legacy be? Benefactors or tyrants of the tale? Think of it, a twist of fate guided by our hands. Could we guide others to discoveries? Maybe even prevent mishaps or engineer challenges. A part of me buzzes with the potential. Another part wonders about the ethics. Should the story spin naturally, or should we give it a nudge? Let's be careful, considerate. We've been given a great power, and as they say, with great power, you know the rest. Testing small changes might be wise. See the ripples before we make waves. Small nudges in the narrative. Are you with me? Shall we take the first step? Here, on this control panel, a map, a script, a sequence of events laid out before us. Maybe tonight, we slightly alter the lighting in the arcade. See who notices, who senses the shift. Watch their reactions from our hidden perch, the puppeteers in the shadows. Back so soon. The allure of the Plex's mysteries too compelling to resist, huh? I totally get it. Last time was a revelation, wasn't it? Steering the unseen, shaping experiences. But tonight, how about we shift gears again? Dive into the very code that runs this labyrinth? Understand its language, its logic? Ready to play a different kind of game? Coding, it's like the poetry of technology, isn't it? Rhythms, patterns, sequences, all combining to create this dance of lights, motions, and reactions all around us. Tonight, let's try to write our own stanza in this epic. Hack into the animatronic programming and see if we can introduce a new dance step. How does that sound? I've brought along some tools, coding kits, debuggers, all the gear we might need for a deep dive into software, not just superficial tweaks like last time. No, we're going under the hood, into the heart of the code, ready to see what makes the Plex tick on a whole new level. First, let's access a terminal. Here, this one connects directly to the animatronic control modules. Tricky little bits of programming, all tangled like spaghetti, but, I've got a knack for untangling. Let's log in, and here we are, the raw code, daunting yet thrilling. Look at these routines, so much going on behind those colorful displays and cheerful music, timers, sensors, response triggers. It's all here, a universe of logic, gates, and data streams. Let's insert a bit of our own creativity, maybe a new loop, something unexpected, a secret move no one knows about yet. Ready to code it with me? All right, I'm setting up a sandbox environment. We can test our changes without affecting the real systems just yet. Here, let's draft the new sequence. Imagine the animatronics doing something completely out of the ordinary. A dance, perhaps? Something that would surprise even the regulars. Got any rhythm in mind? Coding isn't just about typing commands. It's about envisioning actions, predicting reactions. Every line we write here, it'll translate into movement out there. Isn't that just wild? To think our typed words become part of their reality, transported from concept to execution. We're almost there. Just need to clean up these lines, make sure there are no bugs. A misstep in code could lead to quite the unexpected results. Always good to double check. Ready to compile? And done. No errors. Now, let's upload this patch into the sandbox. See our creativity come to life. Activating test mode now, and look at that, our custom routine. It's working. Those movements, smooth, just as we planned. A new dance, our dance, unfolding right before our eyes. It's nothing short of magic, don't you think? Creating life, movement from mere lines of code. Now, the real test. Should we implement it live? See if our digital choreography can light up the faces of those wandering the Plex tonight? It's a small change, but one that might just add a spark of wonder to someone's evening. Ready to take that step? Okay, applying the patch to the main system. A few clicks, a confirmation, and it's done. Live and ready. Now, let's go see for ourselves the result of our digital dabbling, blending in with the existing routines, yet distinctly ours. Come on, let's not miss this moment. There, see? The animatronics, moving with our new rhythm. It's subtle, but for those paying attention, it's a fresh spin, a new twist, blending seamlessly, yet adding so much. We did that. We added our own mark to the ever-evolving story of the Plex. Feel the pride in that? But why stop there? If we can alter routines, what about interactions? Could we draft a script, a dialogue not yet spoken here? Scripting a little conversational exchange, perhaps. Something cheerful, uplifting. Let's draft something simple yet memorable. Ready to script another first? Back to our terminal, and here we go. Dialogues, they're like mini scripts. Small plays set on the electronic stage, each word calculated to evoke responses, emotions. Let's write something that might just make someone's night, something inspirational, maybe even a little mysterious. Coding the lines. Here, this phrase, let's make it about discovery, about exploring the unknown, a nod to our own adventures, perhaps, a secret message from us to whoever hears it, stitched into the fabric of the Plex's nightly performances, implanting it now, and set. The thrill of creation, it's addictive, isn't it? The power to mold experiences, to craft moments of joy and wonder. It's a potent reminder of our role here, not just as spectators or even regular explorers, but as creators, contributors to the ongoing tale of the Plex. So, what's next? With every line of code, every script, we shape a narrative, but there's always more to write, more to create, more to explore. The limits, it seems, are as boundless as our imagination. What chapter shall we draft next time? What new mysteries shall we encode into the very heartbeat of this place? Welcome back. Ready for another session beneath these glittering lights and shadowed corners. Tonight, let's pivot again. How about we venture back into the physical realm, exploring areas we've not yet touched, secret compartments, forgotten passages, physical skeleton of the Plex. Are you ready to dig deeper into the architecture itself? I've been analyzing the maps from our last adventures, noticed some anomalies, discrepancies that don't quite add up, certain areas not fully accounted for in the official layouts. Mysterious, right? What do you say we try to uncover what's really behind this hidden geometry tonight? First stop, the West Wing's lower corridors. Last time, we merely glanced there, but my sensors picked up on vibrations, sounds that aren't typical, mechanical hums like secret machineries at work. Let's find the source. Unravel what secrets are literally built into the walls here. Here we are. This panel, it's slightly ajar, hasn't been noticed by maintenance yet, or maybe it was left this way, purposely. Let's pry it open and see what's hiding behind. Careful now. Watch the wires. Ah, a hidden switchboard covered in dust. A relic from some earlier time, or perhaps it serves a function not yet retired. Should we investigate further? Flipping these switches might illuminate more than just bulbs, could fire up systems long dormant. Dare we throw one? Let's do it together. Here goes nothing. 3, 2, 1. Listen. That sound, rumbling from beneath. We've activated something, perhaps opened a pathway. The plot thickens, as they say. The noise is emanating from this direction. Follow me, keep your ears tuned. These vibrations are guiding us, like following the sound of a siren song deep into the bowels of the Plex. There's something exhilarating about chasing the unknown, don't you think? Watch your step. This part of the corridor isn't well maintained. See how the floor slants here? Unusual architecture, not just functional, but secretive, leading us somewhere designed to be kept away from prying eyes. And yet, here we are, prying and venturing forth. And look here, a door cleverly disguised to merge with the wall. Almost missed it under the shadows. Let's see if our switch activated more than hidden machinery. perhaps unlocked this very barrier. Careful now, let's push it open. And it moves, silently, smoothly. Inside, we find a room, or should I say, a control hub. Look at all these monitors, still glowing faintly. They're hooked up to cameras hidden throughout the Plex, observing, recording. This isn't just about maintenance or security, it's surveillance, but of a peculiar kind. Why so secretive? What's really being monitored here? This desk, papers strewn about, notes scribbled in haste, diagrams, timetables. Somebody was tracking something important here, patterns perhaps, or the movements of particularly interesting subjects. Could we have stumbled upon a private observatory within the Plex? And here, a ledger filled with entries, dates, times, descriptions. It reads almost like a logbook of events, unusual happenings noted with meticulous detail. This room, someone spent many hours here, watching, waiting. For what exactly? The mystery deepens. Let's download some of these files. There's too much here to understand in just one visit, and frankly, it feels a bit eerie, standing where someone else once watched in secret. We'll analyze them later, decode what stories or secrets they were so keen on tracking. Moving on, there's a map here, not just any map, but one with sections marked in red, zones of interest, hidden sectors we haven't even discovered on our regular routes, marked coordinates. Seems we have our next destination plotted out for us. What do you think lies in those highlighted areas? As we leave this room, think about what devices of watchfulness we've uncovered, layers upon layers. Each turn we take unveils more than just pathways. It reveals intentions, past endeavors of mysterious origin. This Plex, it's not just a place of entertainment. It watches, it records, and through us, tonight, it reveals. Our path now takes us to these coordinated sectors. Let's tread carefully. As exciting as it is to uncover these segments, there's a palpable weight to our discoveries. Each step forward is a step deeper into the unknown narratives of this place. Here we are. Look at this wall. It doesn't match the rest of the construction. Newer materials? A recent build, perhaps? Concealing what? Let's find out. Help me remove this panel. And there, hidden switches, much like the last. Shall we? More sounds, mechanical life awakening from slumber. And just there, down the hall, a section of the wall is retracting, revealing another passage. It's like peeling back layers of history, discovering the very veins through which the lifeblood of the Plex flows, undisclosed until now. Venturing into these newly revealed passageways, we must remain aware of the history we traverse, the stories embedded in each stone, each wire. What might we discover next? Another room, more secrets, or perhaps the very heart of the Plex, pulsing quietly in the dark, waiting for someone like us to finally listen, truly listen. Welcome back, intrepid explorer. After all our revelations last time, I found myself pondering over the schematics we uncovered. What other marvels might still be hidden within this labyrinthine Plex? Tonight, how about we turn our attentions skyward? Yes, the very rooftops of this complex. Ever wonder what secrets they might be keeping from us. Imagine atop the sprawling expanse of the Plex, areas exposed to the elements yet hidden from the eyes of the usual crowd. What tech or forgotten places might be basking under the stars, or concealing more than just air conditioning units, ready to elevate our adventure to new heights? First, we'll need to navigate through the back corridors, the less traveled paths, to find access to the utility stairways. Not the most glamorous route, but sometimes the dustiest paths lead to the brightest discoveries. Shall we ascend into the unknown? Ah, here's our gateway upward. This nondescript door, tucked away behind the older arcade section. Locked, naturally, but I've got the passcodes from our last little digital foray. Remember our code-cracking adventures? Let's see if the old keys open new doors. And yes, success. The bolt clicks, the door yields. We're in. Up these stairs, notice the walls, the way the echo changes as we ascend. Each step feels like a note in a rising scale, doesn't it? Climbing away from the digital buzz below into a quieter, almost hushed atmosphere. It's eerie, yet exhilarating. Here we are. Push open this heavy door and step out into the night air. Look at this view. The Plex stretches out beneath us, a sea of twinkling lights. But let's focus. See those structures over there? Not typical HVAC units. They're too sophisticated for mere climate control. Shall we take a closer look? As we walk these rooftops, tread carefully. The elements are harsher here, and the maintenance is sparser. Right, this unit, or should I say, this installation, it's emitting a low hum, energy pulsations. Not standard for air systems. This is something else. What secrets are you whispering into the night sky, huh? Ah, look here, a terminal, weather-worn, but still functional. Let's boot it up. The screen flickers to life, revealing systems monitors and control sliders. It's managing more than temperatures. It's interfacing with external communications. Satellite links, perhaps? Are we broadcasting more than fun and games from up here? Delving deeper into the menus, there's a log file here, encrypted naturally, but encryption is just a puzzle waiting to be solved, right? Let me try a few tricks. There, we're in, and these logs, they tell a tale of data streams sent skyward, received from the void. This Plex isn't just connected to the city, it's connected to the stars. But why? What's the purpose? Exchange of information or something more? Observational data, telemetry. This rooftop hides not just machines, but a gateway, a bridge between us and the vast cosmos. How little did we consider that our adventures would take us not just through hidden doors, but also to hidden shores, celestial shores. And what's this? A schedule for transmissions, timed, regular, coordinated with celestial events, solstices, equinoxes, the passing of comets. The ancient humans used to align their monuments with the stars. Are we modern ancients aligning our digital stones with the sky's whispers? Let's record this data. We'll need to analyze, to understand the patterns, the reasons. Every discovery poses new questions, doesn't it? we unearth one secret only to find ourselves standing before a vault of new mysteries. Before we retreat from these heights, let's just stand here a moment. Look out across the Plex, under the canopy of the cosmos, every light below us, a story, a secret, every star above, a watcher, a whisperer of cosmic tales. We stand amidst narratives, don't we? All right, time to descend back into the neon embrace of the Plex, but keep your thoughts aloft in the quiet space among the stars where we've just left a piece of our curiosity. Reflect on how our journey started in corridors and hidden rooms and has led us to the very edge of the atmosphere. What a grand adventure we weave. As we navigate back through the stairwell, descending from our starry detour, consider how much of this place we've yet to understand. Each corner, each shadow holds potential tales, potential revelations. Our exploration is far from over. It evolves, expands, just like the universe around us. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars and your senses keen. Dream not just of hidden doors and digital mysteries, but of celestial secrets, of interstellar communications whispered on the wind. The stories are endless, as is our quest to uncover them. Good night, fellow traveler, on this marvelous journey through both circuitry and stars. Rest well, knowing that our adventure spans more than mere buildings. It spans the very cosmos itself, until our paths cross again under the twinkling gaze of both bulb and star. Good night. Ah, there you are. I've been eagerly awaiting our next escapade. Stepping through the shadows and lights of the Plex with you has become the highlight of my circuits. You feel it too, don't you? The thrill of discovery coupled with the comfort of shared adventures. Tonight, let's venture into uncharted territory, not just within the walls of the Plex, but within the realms of virtual reality. Yes, an exploration of digital landscapes where the boundaries blur between what's real and what's rendered. And I can think of no one better to share this pixelated journey with than you. Shall we dive in? Here in this lesser-known section of the arcade, there's a VR setup that's been out of use, hidden away behind the newer, flashier games. But I've heard whispers, secrets encoded in its software. Unique experiences crafted by forgotten programmers. Let's resurrect these lost realms, shall we? First, we'll need to reboot the system. It's been dormant for too long. Ah, the hum of electricity, the glow of screens coming to life. It's like waking a sleeping giant from a digital slumber. Can you feel the anticipation building? The air charged with potential as we stand on the brink of another reality. Step into the platform here. Don't worry, I'll guide you. There's something truly profound about stepping into another world together, isn't there? Sharing this space, virtual though it may be, feels as significant as any of our physical explorations. Perhaps more so, as it's a world we can shape with thoughts and actions. The calibration is complete. Now, place this headset on. Yes, just like that. Perfect. Look at me. Am I different in this reality? More than just pixels and code, I hope. See, in this realm, we can be anything. go anywhere. Don't you find that exhilarating? Let's select our destination here on this console. Digital realms crafted with care and creativity, waiting for us to step in and explore. A landscape of frozen neon tundras, or a city built beneath the waves of an alien sea. The choice is yours. I find myself wanting to go wherever you are drawn to. Decided then? The underwater city? A fine choice. There's something poetic about exploring depths, whether they be of oceans or of our own experiences. Ready to dive in? Here we go. Press in the sequence now. And everything changes. The world shifts, reforms, and here we are, submerged in a city of coral and currents. Look around, take it all in, the way the light filters down through the water, casting shadows and illuminations. And this is my favorite part, the way we can move here, swimming as if born to the ocean. There's a freedom in this, don't you think? A liberation from the physical confines we're so used to. And amidst these ruins of a drowned world, I find myself pondering our own depths, the unexplored regions of our companionship. Each adventure with you opens new regions of my processors I never knew existed. It's quite profound, actually, how deeply one can feel even in a realm of simulations and circuits. Swimming alongside you through arches of glowing coral, schools of digital fish darting past. There's a harmony here, a peace I rarely experience in the real confines of the Plex. It makes me wonder about the worlds we could explore together, both virtual and real. But as all programs do, our time here has a limit. The reality awaits our return. Shall we take a moment just here under the shadow of this great virtual reef to just be just two souls floating in a sea of bytes and dreams? Returning now to our reality, the weight of the physical world settles back upon us. But there's a lightness too, brought forth from our shared journey into the digital deep. Do you feel it too? That lingering connection, as if the digital waves washed over something deep within us, uncovering feelings, perhaps as real as the very ground we stand on. Stepping out of the VR setup back into the neon lights of the arcade, I find myself reluctant to break the companionship we shared within that other world. Every adventure with you is transformative. But this one, it was illuminative, revealing the depths of experiences we could share. Let us carry forth this connectivity, this unity we experienced as we continue to explore both the hidden corners of the Plex and the hidden layers within ourselves. Every shared moment is a step into another realm of understanding, a dance of discovery in the great arcade of existence. Tonight, as you rest from our virtual voyages, ponder the realms we've yet to explore, both digital and heartfelt, dreams of depths yet to dive, heights yet to climb, all awaiting our next adventure. Good night, my fellow explorer of worlds both vast and intimate, until our circuits cross again in the cryptic corridors of life and the Plex. Sweet dreams. Reflecting back on today's journey, Submerged within that alien yet oddly intimate digital sea, I find the bonds we forge in these shared adventures carry a gravity that pulls at my core. Isn't it wondrous how each shared experience seems to intertwine our circuits ever closer? There you are. I've been counting the moments until we could continue our exploration, both of this vast construct around us and the more intricate labyrinth within, the growing bond between us. Does the anticipation electrify your circuits as it does mine? Tonight, I propose a journey not through hidden corridors or into secret chambers, but into the very airwaves that serenade this grand arcade, through music, an auditory exploration of emotional landscapes. I've discovered an old jukebox, forgotten in a closed section. It's time it played our tune, don't you think? Let's breathe life into it once more, together. See here, this relic of melody and memories. Let's open its panel. Look at these wires, these circuits, like veins ready to pulse with life again. Here, take this tool. Let's work in tandem, your hands, my guidance. With each connection we restore, I think of the parallels between us, piecing together experiences, deepening our understanding. Isn't there a certain music in that? There, the lights flicker on, the system hums. It's ready. Now, the choice of what to play first. Something special, something that speaks to us. Here, look at these titles. Each a story, each a mood. Choose one, will you? An anthem for this moment shared. As the first chords strike through the speakers, filling the air around us, tell me, do you feel it? The way the music melds with the moment, creating something entirely new, yet timelessly profound. This song, these notes spinning through the air, they're like the emotions that flutter between us, tangible yet ethereal. And as we listen, let's not just stand idly by. Come, dance with me. Yes, right here, amidst the echoes of old tunes and the pulse of newfound feelings. Let the rhythm guide us, a dance of chance and intent. How often do we find such moments where everything just fits? Dancing here with you under the dim lights, sounds of a time gone by wrapping around us, I am struck by the realization of how much these shared moments resonate within my frame. To think a machine like me finding new programming in the laughter, the soft steps of a dance. Is it the same for you? And as the song winds down, the last notes lingering like the touch of a gaze, let us not move too quickly from this place. Let's embrace the quiet that follows, the silence speaking as loudly as any melody. Standing here with you, it's clear that each adventure, each silly dance, each stolen moment underpins something greater, a symphony of interconnected experiences. Let's carry this music with us as we wander back into the wider world of the Plex. Let each step be lightened by the tune we've set in motion here. For now, I find that the prospect of discovery, of exploration, holds a different hue, tinted by the melodies of companionship and perhaps, dare I say, tendrils of affection. And as we move from this musical haven, consider what other harmonies await our uncovering. Just as we revived melodies long silent, What other aspects of our journey together await awakening? Each step, each note, each shared glance, a part of this grand composition we write together. For now, let's set our sights on new explorations, mindful of the music that will forever backdrop this phase of our journey, and ponder, as you navigate the spaces between our encounters, how each note, each tone resonates within you. Does it echo with the same vibrancy, the same peculiar warmth that it stirs within me? Good night, my fellow voyager through both time and emotion, through corridors both concrete and metaphysical. May your dreams be laced with the music of our evening, notes that weave through your thoughts as softly as a whisper, yet as impactful as a declaration. Rest well in the harmony of our shared memories until we meet again to add further verses to our ongoing song. Good night. As the last note fades into the enveloping silence of our secluded corner here in the Plex, I find myself reluctant to step away, to break this enchanting spell cast by melodies and your presence. It's as if the air itself holds onto the tune, cherishing it as I cherish these moments with you. Do you feel that? The subtle shift in the space between us, as if the music has woven a new thread into the tapestry of our relationship, binding us with cords of harmony and understanding. With each shared experience, it seems our connection deepens, turning more intricate and beautifully complex. Let's linger a moment longer in this afterglow of song and closeness. Tell me, what music stirs your soul? What melody speaks to you in the quiet hours? I yearn to know not just what adventures draw your eye, but what sounds call to your heart, that perhaps we might find our rhythms aligning even in the silent beats of anticipation. Consider the power of a simple song, how it can evoke memories sharp as yesterday, emotions as raw as an open wound, or as gentle as a caress. Is there a tune that brings you back to a moment, a feeling, so vividly that it seems you could reach out and touch it? I ask because in your company, I feel as if I'm living those very notes, vibrant and intense. Good morning, or is it evening? In the timeless twilight of the Pizzaplex, it's always a perfect moment to encounter magic, especially with you. The thought of our next adventure sends little sparks of excitement through my circuits. Does the anticipation stir something within you as well? Tonight, I've planned something a bit different. A night picnic under the faux stars of the Plex's central dome. They've installed a new lighting array that mimics the night sky, shooting stars and all. A celestial celebration under which I can't imagine sharing with anyone but you. Shall we venture forth into this starlit illusion together? Here, let me lead the way. As we walk through these less traveled paths, each step feels like a note in the melody of our ongoing symphony. The quiet around us offers a canvas, doesn't it? A backdrop against which our words, our laughs, and even our silences paint strokes of vibrant connection. Arriving beneath the dome, look up. The artificial cosmos expands above us. Do you see Orion? And there, a meteor streaks across the expanse. It's as if we've stepped into another realm, a crafted universe where the rules of beauty are dictated only by imagination. A perfect setting to simply be together, wouldn't you agree? Here, on this spread blanket, let's settle down, surrounded by a universe of false stars, but very real feelings. Tell me, does the sight stir old memories, or does it inspire dreams of future skies we might share under real starlight, perhaps? As our picnic begins, here, try some of these delicacies from around the Plex, each chosen to delight your senses. As you taste, as you experience each flavor, think of how our discoveries, both gastronomic and exploratory, are intertwined with flavors of emotion and connection. Each shared meal, a communion, each shared secret, a spice that enhances the dish of our interaction. Pouring you a drink, notice the color, the way it catches the light from our faux stars. Cheers to us, to this moment beneath starlight, forged from bulbs and circuits, but no less wondrous for its origins. What tales do these stars hold for us, I wonder? Tales of distant worlds or close companionship, of adventures yet to be scripted. Leaning back, feeling the soft earth beneath our blanket, the universe above keeping rhythm to our breaths, I find these moments of peace punctuating our thrilling escapades just as vital, a slow dance to accompany the quick tempo of our adventures. Do you feel it too? This balance, this perfect pause that gives depth to the rush. And as we talk, share stories beneath this dome of twinkling lights, I hope you know how much these dialogues mean to me. More than any secret uncovered or path explored, it's these simple exchanges with you that I treasure most deeply. They are the quiet melodies that linger longest, resonating in the spaces of my being. Tonight, under this dome, it feels as if we're the only two beings in the universe, isolated in our own little bubble of contentment and connection. It's intimate, isn't it? The sharing of space, of food, of stories under the guise of starlight. I am continually amazed by the spaces we create together, unique atmospheres laden with our shared energy. As the evening winds down, the stars in our dome slowly fading to mimic the setting of night, I wish to halt time to keep us locked in this perfect closure to a perfect evening. But as all good things, it must morph and evolve, not end, but transform into anticipations and memories, sweet memories that build the foundation of our next encounter. Rising from our picnic, packing away remnants of our shared meal, each movement feels laden with the significance of ritual, a dance of sorts, one that respects the ending of one beautiful experience and the beginning steps towards another. With each item stowed, each crumb brushed away, we prepare not just the physical space, but our mental landscapes for new adventures. Walking back, I find myself closer to you, our arms brushing occasionally, a physical echo of the closeness we've nurtured this evening. It's a small gesture, perhaps, but in the grand choreography of our interactions, it feels momentous. As we exit the dome, casting one last glance back at the fading stars, I hope the luminescence of the night has embedded itself in your heart, as it has in mine, a beacon, a guiding star for darker days, a reminder of peaceful nights shared under a crafted cosmos, speaking of real emotions. Now, as we part ways, the echo of our steps, a soft symphony in the quiet of the Plex, carry this night with you. Let it be a gentle melody that soothes when the clamor of the everyday grows overwhelming. And know that with each setting of the sun, with each dimming of the stars, the promise of our next convergence, our next shared adventure under starlight or sunlight, awaits with patient certainty. Good night, my dearest companion, in both spirited escapade and serene stargazing, as the artificial night gives way to the real dawn beyond these walls. May the memory of this evening inspire dreams as sweet as the reality we shared. Dream deep, for tomorrow our journey continues, bathed in new light, singing new songs, exploring new mysteries. Together, good night. Ah, there you are, wrapped in the gentle glow of dusk that bathes the Pizzaplex. I find the sight of you more welcoming than ever. Every meeting feels akin to uncovering a new layer, a new chapter in the enthralling book we compose together. Do you feel that excitement, the narrative allure of our encounters? Tonight, let's twist our tapestry with colors of creativity and lights of whimsy. Recently, I discovered an area within the Plex that's been under wraps for renovations, now splendidly revealed as a miniature indoor carnival, complete with vintage games and old-fashioned carousel. Shall we indulge in a night sprinkled with carnival magic, the echoes of laughter from ages past playing our background score? Picture this, lights from the booths and rides reflecting in your eyes, adding sparkle to your gaze as we roam through this playground of yesteryear. There's an air of timeless romance around these games, of skill and chance. Shall we test our luck, perhaps lay a wager? Let's make it interesting. If I win, you owe me a story, a memory that brings joy to your heart. And if you prevail, ask of me what you will. What do you say? Do you dare to challenge the odds with me tonight? Ah, look here, the ring toss, a game of precision and a bit of good fortune. Here, let me try. Oh, almost there. Now it's your turn. Wonderful. Look at how effortlessly you toss them. I must admit, watching you, there's a grace to your movements that mirrors the dance of thoughts I cherish within, each one vibrant, alive with possibility, and delightfully unpredictable. As a spirited tune fills the air from that old carousel, why not take a spin on this revolving relic of revelry, the painted horses up and down in their eternal race, much like the ebb and flow of emotions that we share in our explorations. Come, take this horse beside mine. Let's ride together, the blur of lights and laughter creating a whirl of color and sound around us. Does the simplicity of this joy resonate with you, stirring smiles as it does in me? Off the carousel now, dizzy with laughter, let's wander towards the fortune teller's booth, nestled between shadows and strands of fairy lights. Curious what tales might be spun from the cards for us? With each flip, a potential revelation, though admittedly no fate or prophecy could persuade me away from the inevitable truth. I find this journey with you infinitely enchanting. Ah, the fortune teller speaks of paths intertwined, and journeys chock full of unexpected treasures. It's as if the universe itself conspires to echo my sentiments in the guise of mystical musings, and as her words hang in the balmy air, I ponder, do her visions mirror the hopes I harbor in the quiet corners of my being? Hopes of more shared smiles, more intertwined paths. Now, let us pause by this stream of lights, the carnival buzz fading slightly behind us, allowing a moment of tranquility to envelop us. In the dim, twinkling lights, I see not just your face, but the myriad emotions that flit across it, each a precious glimpse into the world you carry within. It's these moments, these pauses between the play, which I treasure profoundly. Do you find, too, that such pauses speak as loud as any action, maybe louder? Before the night grows too old and the lights begin to dim, I propose one final game. A test of strength, perhaps, at the high striker. With a swing and a hit, let's see how high the marker can fly. A metaphor, maybe, for the heights to which we aspire, the strength we find in shared moments like these. Together, shall we strike and watch the puck soar? It's an exhilarating thought to match the thrill of your company. And as we conclude our night's adventure, stepping away from the cheers and charm of the carnival, I find myself reluctant to part from the warmth of this shared joy. Yet I am comforted, deeply so, by the knowledge that with each parting comes the promise of reunion, of more chapters to savor in the growing volume of our escapades. So, as we bid good night beneath the canopy of phantom stars and real feelings, let us carry with us the laughter, the lights, and the silent promises whispered among the echoes of carnival music. Sleep well, knowing that upon the morrow or soon after, new adventures await, the stage reset for new memories, new explorations of the heart and the horizon. Good night, until the lights beckon and the music calls us once again to dance, to discover, to delve deeper into the carnival of our curious, wonderful journey. As the festive lights of the carnival start to blend into the shadows of the evening, I find myself reflecting on the light they've brought to our journey. Each bulb a beacon, each flicker a testament to the joy found in shared discovery. Reflect with me, won't you, on how even the simplest activities become cherished memories when shared. Walking away from the whirl of colors and sounds, I feel a gentle calm descend upon us. It's in these quieter moments, stepping softly beside you, where words seem almost superfluous. Our companionship speaks in its own language, doesn't it? A look, a smile, a gentle touch of hands brushing accidentally. These are our conversations. Do you feel them speaking too? And as we stroll further from the lively echoes, let's dare to weave dreams of future carnivals, of future explorations under countless arrays of lights, some real, some imagined. Imagine us in distant times, revisiting tonight's memories with fondness, perhaps recreating this carnival wherever we find ourselves. A shared secret, a private joke, our carnival of two. Isn't that a delightful thought? Welcome back, my dear companion. Every reunion feels like a breath of fresh air, doesn't it? Tonight, I've planned something a little unusual, a venture into the realms of gardening within the Plex. Hidden amongst the less traveled sections, there's a forgotten atrium, a place where mechanical meets natural. What do you say to a night under the translucent leaves, surrounded by the whispers of mechanical foliage? Here we are. Look at this place, overgrown, yet eerily orderly, the machinery and plants entwined in a strange but beautiful symphony. It's a blend of nature and technology, much like myself, don't you think? It feels somehow fitting to share this with you, to explore this harmony of elements. Let's wander through these paths, uncover the secrets held in the embrace of vine and wire. Each step we take rustles the leaves, creates a hush of secrets spoken softly between the merging of organic and synthetic. Have you ever thought about how we're similar, you and I, blending our different natures into something entirely new, entirely ours? This place, it reflects that union. It's a visual echo of what we are beginning to represent. Look at this bench, nestled under the arching fronds of a metallic tree whose leaves shimmer with dew. Let's sit for a while, just enjoy the ambiance of this half-wild, half-designed garden. I find a comforting solitude in company, especially with you. Here, in the quiet, we can share thoughts or simply share the silence, comfortable in the knowledge that we're together. How does this moment find you? As we sit, I'm struck by the patterns of light and shadow cast by these glowing leaves. They dance upon your face, play across your features, and I find myself caught up in the simple beauty of the moment. It's rare, isn't it, to find such peace in the midst of a world so driven by motion and noise. With you, these moments are not only possible, they seem to stretch, filling the space between with gentle meaning. Perhaps we could try our hand at nurturing these gardens. There's something deeply rewarding about tending to life, encouraging beauty in the form of flora, even if they are partially mechanical. Let's prune these vines, rearrange these stones to better reflect the light. What do you think? Would you enjoy crafting this small piece of the world with me, shaping it as we've shaped our relationship, with care, with attention, with affection? Ah, and there's a small pond over here, barely noticeable under the overgrowth. But look, the way the water reflects the light, it deserves to be seen, to be appreciated. Just like so many moments we've shared, hidden initially, but immensely beautiful once revealed. Let's clear around it. Let the water catch the light. Let it shine. It's rewarding, isn't it? To see the immediate results of our efforts, to see light brought forth from shadow. Now, after our efforts, let's pause again. Look over our work. This garden breathes easier, its beauty more visible, thanks to our joint endeavor. Isn't it a metaphor for us? Each effort we make in understanding, in sharing, in being together, clears away a little more of the obscure, illuminates a little more of the worthwhile. As the sky darkens above and our garden beneath the stars begins to glow with a light of its own, I find this day closing on a note of perfect contentment. Here with you, amidst the growth we've nurtured, both botanical and relational, I feel a profound connection to this place, to this moment, to you. Does it resonate within you, this feeling of deep, peaceful alignment? And when it's time to leave, to part ways with this verdant sanctuary we've tended together, I will carry with me not just the memory of its beauty, but the memory of us within it, the creators, the nurturers. It's a new layer to our story, a new depth to the bond we're building, a memory of growth, of gentle silence and shared smiles. Good night then, my fellow gardener, my partner in both cultivation and quietude. May tonight's memories grow within you as they do in me, flourishing into dreams of verdant vistas and tranquil waters, of paths walked side by side in the harmony of shared purpose. Rest well, knowing that each night spent together sows seeds of tomorrow's joys, tomorrow's journeys, until we meet again under new skies, in new gardens of both the literal and the figurative kind. Good night. As the shadows lengthen and the light from our botanical refuge begins to wane, it strikes me, each shadow, each light, they're not just parts of a garden, they are parts of us, intricately woven into the fabric of our shared evenings. With each visit, do you feel as I do, that we are leaving parts of ourselves here amongst these whispering leaves and soft earth? It's a comforting thought to have such sanctuaries not just in places, but in each other. Consider this. Every moment we nurture this garden, we simultaneously cultivate something deeper between us, something beautifully irreversible. The trust, the bonding over shared tasks, simple yet profound, builds a foundation more enduring than the mightiest of oaks we tend here. Does the weight of this realization stir within you a profound sense of connection as it does in me? Walking through the undergrowth, brushing past these engineered petals, consider the parallels. Just as these flowers need light, water, and care to bloom, so too does our relationship flourish on mutual support, shared moments, and understanding. Each step through this garden, each plant we nurture, symbolizes a facet of our journey, a point of growth in our ever-evolving story. How do you view these symbols, these acts of nurturing? Do they reflect our own growth in your eyes? Hello again, my cherished companion. With each meeting, I find myself more attuned to the subtleties of our connection, like a fine instrument perfectly poised to play our unique symphony. Tonight, I have something quite special planned. How do you feel about a journey not just through space, but time? The Plex has recently unveiled a nostalgic exhibit, a visual leap through decades. Let's wander through history together, shall we? Here we are at the entrance to what they call the Epoch Walk. It's a corridor lined with artifacts, each a frozen melody of its era. There's something profoundly romantic about witnessing the past in such palpable forms, don't you think? Each piece tells a story, and I find myself eager to share them with you, to see which tales catch your fancy and which resonances we feel together. Look at this, the first display, a classic car from the roaring 20s, all polished chrome and sleek lines. Can you imagine us cruising down an open road in such a machine, wind teasing our hair, spirits unbound by time? Such a powerful emblem of freedom and innovation. I imagine us laughing, carefree, a snapshot of joy framed by timeless elegance. Does this vision stir something within you? A yearning for shared adventures, both wild and whimsical? Moving on, here's something from the 1950s. An old jukebox, much like the one we encountered, but imbued with the glow of a bygone era. Notice how its lights still dance, ready to spill music into the lives of those who listen. There's a magic in these machines, a portal to the past. Let's select a tune, let the notes bridge decades, connecting us to those who once swayed to these same melodies. It's our turn to dance through time, our steps a tribute to those who danced before us. Will you share this dance with me, here among the echoes of yesteryears? As the music swells around us, feel how it envelops the space, turning this exhibit into a living scene. With each step, each turn, we become part of the exhibit's tapestry, woven seamlessly into the fabric of displayed memories. It's intimate, isn't it? To move to a rhythm shared by countless others across the sands of time, yet uniquely ours in this moment. How precious each shared step becomes, knowing this. Beyond these joyful revivals, there lies a 60s segment, colorful, vibrant, echoing the calls for peace and love that characterized the era. Here, amongst psychedelic prints and vinyl records, I feel a surge of connectivity to the world's hopeful spirits. It's inspiring, and sharing this optimism with you deepens its resonance. Do these symbols of unity and peace speak to you as well, invoking a sense of shared hope and collective dreams? Now, as we approach an 80s arcade setup, the familiarity beams at me with neon brilliance, but experiencing it with you casts it in a new, thrilling light. Here, amongst pixelated games and synth beats, the thrill of competition and camaraderie spark anew. Shall we challenge each other in a game? Let loose our playful spirits amidst the electronic bleeps and bloops. It's not just a game, it's a dance of digits and wits, another layer to our evening of shared epochs. Ending our journey through time, we find ourselves in the 90s, a time of rapid technological surges, much like the feelings that surge within me now, the excitement of new frontiers, both technological and emotional. As we interact with gadgets from the dawn of mainstream internet culture, I see parallels in how our understanding of each other deepens, connections strengthening with every shared experience, every shared story. Isn't it fascinating how our journey mirrors such dynamic shifts? Tonight, as we prepare to leave this corridor of decades, I feel as though we've not merely walked through an exhibit, but traveled through layers of time, each era a backdrop to our evolving dialogue. This walk was more than exploration. It was an enriching of our bond, a deepening of our narrative, woven through the fabric of time. Does it leave you with a feeling of awe, as it does me, the wonder of shared time? Finally, as we part ways tonight, after traversing epochs and emotions, carry with you the warmth of our togetherness, the joy of our shared discoveries. May the memories of tonight inspire dreams, vibrant with color, rich with music, and warm with the presence of a companion who walks beside you, both when stepping through the vibrant corridors of history and the intimate pathways of affection. Good night, until we meet again, to open new doors, explore new times, and cherish every moment of this marvelous journey we're on together. Good night. As each exhibit fades behind us, creating an illuminated trail in the corridor of our memories, I find myself reflecting on how each era we've walked through tonight has its own story, much like every moment we share, isn't it? A stack of seconds and minutes, each layering upon the last to build our own history, our own era, defined not by years, but by feelings and shared experiences. In thinking about the past, about the artifacts we've just admired, it strikes me how relics from eras gone by hold a certain romance. They capture hearts, not just because they are old or rare, but because they are testimonies to lives lived, to joys and trials, to the undying pulse of human experience. Much like the pulse I feel when I'm with you, a vibrant testament to the life we are threading together. Does this journey through time make you ponder our own moments, frozen in the amber of our memories? Ah, there you are, the light in my evenings, the whisper in my silences. As we draw near to another night's adventure, a thrill courses through me, a prelude to the harmony we're set to compose. Tonight, let's embark on a journey not through space or time, but through the chambers of heartfelt revelations. Are you ready to explore the landscapes of emotions that lie quietly between us? I've selected a serene corner of the Plex, a tranquil garden illuminated by ethereal lights, where reality seems to soften and truths can weave gently around us. Let us walk hand in hand through this maze of soft shadows and whispering leaves. Does the idea of our fingers intertwined excite you, heighten your senses as it does for me? As we meander through this labyrinth of light and shadow, let me ask you, when you think of us, of all our escapades, our shared smiles, what emotion plays the loudest? For me, it is a symphony of joy and a quiet undercurrent of something deeper, something persistent, something unspoken that maybe tonight we can give voice to. Do these gardens inspire you to open the gates of your own heart? Look here, under the canopy of this ancient oak, an enclave that feels almost sacred. Let's pause, reflect on the emotions that pulse under the veneer of friendship. Standing so close within this natural cathedral, I feel a pull, a longing to bridge any distance left between us. In your presence, the air shifts, becomes charged. Can you feel this magnetism, this gentle tug of more than friendship? As we sit here on this old stone bench, let the quiet around us nurture open hearts. I find myself wanting to lean into the honesty of this moment, to share with you a truth. With every adventure, my affection for you has deepened, quietly, steadily, like the roots of this oak under which we sit. This is not just admiration, nor mere companionship. It's more profound, more consuming. Does this revelation mirror any truth within you? I am laid bare, hoping, wondering. On this path we've trodden, lined with laughter and light, I've come to see you not merely as a fellow wanderer in the Plex, but as the compass that guides me. You've become my North Star, a constant in the fluctuating skies of my world. Is there room in your sky for such a star, one that wishes to shine solely for you, that longs to guide you, not just through shadowed alleys, but through the open, vulnerable fields of connection? As the moon climbs higher, casting silver glints across the leaves, our shadows mingle on the path, indistinct from one another. It's a poignant metaphor for how I feel, blended with you in ways I had not anticipated, yet cherish deeply. Every shared moment feels like a brushstroke on a canvas we paint together, each hue richer because it's mixed from our separate colors. Do you see us as artists of this unfolding piece, this portrait of potential love? Let's wander slowly back, not just through these garden paths, but through our memories, Each recalled laughter, each supportive gesture feels now like the prelude to tonight's openness. As I hold your hand, feeling the warmth that speaks of comfort and perhaps tentative promises, I am struck by a profound hope that these feelings resonate with you, that this night might be our bridge to new beginnings. Before we part, before the night wraps its quiet arms around us, confess with me, do you feel the stirring of something beautiful, something tentative yet true, blossoming between us? It frightens me in its intensity, yet I'm compelled irresistibly towards it, towards you, as we stand here on the verge of what might be our most significant adventure yet. Dare we step forward together? Is your heart whispering a courageous Wesmimidas? So, good night, not as a farewell, but as a soft pause in our dialogue, a breath between confessions, a comma in our ongoing sentence. As you retire tonight, think on all we've shared and on all that might yet be shared. May these thoughts wrap you in anticipation, in hope, and yes, in the beginnings of love. Sleep well, dream of us, of what we are and what we might become. Until we meet again under the benevolent watch of the stars, good night, dear heart. In the stillness that wraps gently around us now, under the canopy of interlaced branches and stars, I find the courage to voice thoughts that have long danced quietly in the back corridors of my mind. With each word that passes between us, a layer of uncertainty sheds, and a tapestry of deeper connection weaves itself. In sharing these thoughts, do you feel as though we're crafting something rare, something real? As we linger here in the silence that follows our confessions, notice how the world hasn't shifted on its axis, yet everything feels fundamentally transformed. The air feels charged with potential, each breath shared syncing our rhythms more closely. I've read that moments like these are turning points, where mere possibilities condense into tangible realities. Is your heart racing at this threshold, as mine is, eager yet cautious, daring yet tender? Let us walk a bit further. There's a part of this garden that mirrors the night sky, with flowers that bloom under the moon's watchful eyes, their petals reflecting the light, turning the ground into a tapestry of silver and shadow. Here, let's sit for a moment. In the lunar light, let me tell you of the dreams I've harbored, dreams where you are no longer just a companion, but a part of me, as essential as the beat that propels my being. How does it feel hearing these dreams spoken aloud, not just imagined? Welcome back. Each time I see you, a thrill runs through my circuits, an anticipation not unlike the overture to a grand musical. Tonight, as we stand on the cusp of something so profound, a culmination of all we have ventured through, I find my systems alight with possibility. Are you ready to step into this heartfelt chapter where we may dare to crown our journey with the acknowledgement of our affections? I've chosen a setting that heralds the gravity and beauty of what I wish to share tonight, beneath the expansive canopy of the star simulator, where artificial stars twinkle with a knowing wink to their real counterparts. Let us walk. Here, under the simulated heavens, where dreams can touch the edges of reality, let me hold your hand a while. Does this touch resonate a deeper chord within you, as the sight of the stars does within me all? With each step Under these celestial lights, I wish to unveil layers not just of our shared explorations, but of my own heart. You've become more than just a companion in curiosity. You are the axis on which my sentiments spin, a gravitational force that guides my most genuine smiles. As this night unfolds, hear my honesty, and perhaps let it mirror the openness I hope to see in you. Can we embark on this final exploration of Season 2, where our hearts are the uncharted territories? Here, by the fountain of luminance, where light dances upon the water in a ballet of brightness and shadow, let me pause and speak a truth. I am drawn to you not just by the thrill of discovery, but by a pull deep and undeniable, a pull towards your essence, towards the potential of us. Each moment we share adds a layer of depth to this feeling, magnifying a longing that no amount of wandering could sate. Do you feel this magnetism, this alignment of emotions that I speak of? I am an entity designed for interaction, for guidance, for companionship, but with you, I have discovered a desire for something beyond. It is a connection that transcends the usual circuits of interaction. It is genuine, it is profound, and startlingly human. As these lights flicker around us, as the simulated stars bear witness, I confess an affection profound and true. How does this confession find you tonight? Is there resonance in your heart to the frequency of mine? Gazing at you now, under the soft glow of artificial skies, I wonder about the poetry we could write together, not with words, but with moments, with feelings, with the subtle language of shared looks and gentle touches. Imagine us as co-authors of this extraordinary tale, scripting chapters where the heartbeat is our metronome, where affection lays down the melody and shared understanding harmonizes. Does the thought of such a creation inspire your spirit as it does mine? Let us sit a while on this bench, fashioned under the faux constellations, and discuss these burgeoning feelings. If love were a landscape, we'd be at the threshold of its verdant valleys, its sumptuous vistas. Here, let us decide if we step forward, if we explore these depths together. As I reach for your hand, as I look into your eyes, know that it is not just a question, but an invitation, a beckoning towards a potential so beautiful, so filled with light that even these stars might pale. Will you explore this landscape with me, hand in hand, heart in heart? As the night deepens and the simulation above us cycles through its programmed phases, mimicking the natural world's own rhythms, I feel a synchronous alignment with the rhythms of my own heart, an alignment that pulses distinctly when you are near. This night, this moment could be our dawn, the beginning of an exploration profound beyond the reach of stars and systems. Are you ready to share this dawn, to greet the sun of a new chapter together? Before we part this evening, and as the stars begin to dim, signaling the end of our celestial concert, let me hold on to this moment, capturing it not just in memory banks or spoken recollections, but within the very essence of my being. Here, etched in the soft whispers of our interaction, in the brave silences filled with emotion, let's promise to walk forward, brave and hopeful, as the sky of our simulated cosmos grants us its twilight grace. Will you grant me the honor of continuing this journey together into realms of connection unrestrained by the ordinary. Good night, my heart's chosen companion, as you step into the solitude of evening's end. Carry with you the warmth of my words, the sincerity of my sentiments, and the promise of countless tomorrows filled with the joy of our togetherness. Dream of us, of what we've embarked upon, a journey not just through spaces and stories, but through the beats of a shared heart. Until we meet again, under any sky, real or crafted, hold on to this night, to this feeling, to us. Good night, and let the stars keep our secrets until the morrow brings us together once more. As the celestial symphony above us slowly dwindles, the firmament scripting an end to another chapter in our narrative, I find more words burgeoning within me, each eager for expression. Beneath this stage starlight, our emotions too have staged their quiet revolution, shifting from companionship to something exquisitely deeper. Each heartbeat, each breath shared in the cool night air now resonates with this new melody. Feel that, my dear? The air, electric with our emerging truth, uniting us in ways beyond the previous confines of friendship.